Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm starting to do something a little bit different. I'm just going to save all my pickups and what I've been up to for one monthly video. So this is the first one, and I'm going to start off with what I've picked up for the month of August. I'll start off with some toys first, thanks to my co-host M from the Transformers of Beer podcast. He grabbed me and himself some of the G1 reissue Transformer cassettes, starting off with Frenzy and Laserbeak, as well as the other ones that came out at the same time, Ravage and Rumble. So really happy to have these. I also picked up the G1 reissue Soundwave, which I was lucky enough to find after many trips. Unfortunately, there was only one, so I couldn't return the favor, but I've still been hunting for him, and hopefully I can find a minty G1 Soundwave for him as well to return the favor. If anyone knows of one in my area, that'd be greatly appreciated. And then, obviously, in my hunting, I've found a lone second Ravage and Rumble, so at least I got one to open up now. If my OCD lets me do that. Gaming wise, I'm gonna switch over to some of the pickups there. I got a black GameCube. This one's the analog and digital out on the back, as well as it also came with the Game Boy player, not the disc. Luckily, I already have a player and a boxed disc. Just some slightly yellowing on the front, but I'll get that taken care of. GameCube games, managed to find some as well. Starting off with Gun for the GameCube. Never played this one. Obviously, I'm assuming it's some sort of Western game. Followed by Pikmin, which I've never played as well. But I've heard they're fun to play. So maybe one day this decade I'll get around to trying them. Hunter the Reckoning, got no idea what this one's about either. It looked interesting. Mario Party 7, I've never played any of the Mario Party games. I just sort of collect them because everyone seems to say they're good and they're fun. Simpsons Hit and Run. And then finally, Day of Reckoning 2. I do like the wrestling games. I don't think I played one on the GameCube, so that'll be interesting to see. Moving over to Super Nintendo, I got Zelda Link to the Past. So that's a great game. As well as, I also have The Adventure of Link, Zelda 2 for the NES. And speaking of NES, I grabbed another one. It's actually in really good condition. It's doesn't really seem to be any discoloring to it. It's just the system that I was able to find though. Grabbed GoldenEye Game of the Year box. I do have this game already. I don't have the box, or I no longer did. My version is not the Game of the Year. It's my original GoldenEye from when I bought the system. As well as PS3 Ultimate Alliance 2. So, this one's a good one. Switching away from the games for a second, I've got some cassette players to add to my cassette and tape collection. Got a Sony portable Walkman. This is nice. I don't have this one yet. And I don't have this one either, a Panasonic Shockwave, which these are the models I actually like better. I do remember this one from back in the day. And these are the waterproof ones. So more junk for the collection there. Also picked up some portable CD players. This one's an RCA version. as well as a couple Sony ones. This is one similar to the one I've had back in the day. And then also another Sony one, like so. Yeah, I know I've got issues. Rock Band dongle, which is always good to have. Dark see-through blue OG Xbox controller. I got 360 games here. Let's start off with Dead Space 2, a scary game. Never finished the first one because I got spooked out by it. Mortal Kombat. Not a fighting game guy, but I picked it up because it's Mortal Kombat. Tenchu Z. This is an assassin game, obviously. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Didn't have this one yet. And Dead Island Riptide Special Edition. I've never played, I think that's a series as well. I've never played that one. What else here? Oh, Armored Core 4. I like my mech games, so I'm happy to add this one in. Kingdom Under Fire, The Crusaders. You're a guy with a sword in the Crusades. This is one of those ones where it's like, I forget what series it's similar to, but it's like you against, there can be up to 100 characters on the screen at one time, one of those fighting games. Guilty Gear 2 Overture. Never played this one, but it looked really good. Guilty Gear XX Accent Core. This is a fighting game. And Inuyasha, The Secret of the Cursed Mask. Got no idea what this one is, but I've liked sort of this style of animation. This is actually a TV show that was on Adult Swim Network. Not that I watched it. PS2, I found an online startup disc. So the disc and the manuals for it. So I like these kind of quirky little things. The first Ultimate Alliance game, this time on the PS2. And Monster Jam Urban Assault. And Siphon Filter, the Omega Strain. I like my demo discs, so this one I'm happy to add. Though most of my demo discs, I believe, are for the original Xbox. And I believe that's it. That's it for my pickups for August. Okay, moving on to what games I've been playing for the month. Some of these have obviously been for the past months as well, but they're such long games. Still chugging through Persona 4 Golden for my Vita. I'm really liking this game. I'm up to my last save, I believe, was at 74 hours into it. I'm pretty far into it, obviously, but for those of you that played the Persona games, you know they're quite long. PS4-wise, I still have Red Dead 2 on the go. I'm still in the first chapter because I'm going through everything in the game slowly. And I also threw in Wolfenstein: The New Order. I've been sitting on the New Old Order and the Old Blood for quite some time. And Bill has always been bugging me to try them, so I threw this in. And when I play these games for a long time, I get motion sickness. I don't know why. It's just been something even since I was younger. So I can only play this in short bursts. I'm enjoying it. I like the story. I just don't like getting sick every time I play it for too long. And I've been chomping, or I should say debating, I guess, on which one I should play next. I want to throw in sort of a fun game as well. So while I've got all these, obviously, I'm contemplating playing Shantae Half Genie Hero, or do I throw in Shovel Knight? I'm leaning towards the Shantae. It looks like it's a bit more fun, story-wise, graphics-wise, just the color-wise, and the characters, and the, from what I've seen anyway from online gameplay, just the humor of it. It just seems like a really fun game over the Shovel Knight, which looks good. Well, it just seems to be a bit darker and not as lighthearted, obviously, as the Shantae. So I think I might throw this in actually tonight after this record and start this one up. And so that's pretty much it for the month of August. Obviously, for those of you that know me, I have 2 younger kids in school. Will be starting up very soon, so I am super excited about that, not just for the fact that they're happy to go back, but things get more into a stable routine for me, and I get back into the grind of going to the gym more consistently and just being able to sort of do the things that I want to do. So stay tuned for next month's pickups and what else I've been up to and what I've been playing. In the meantime, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this little update video. Please leave me a comment telling me what you thought about some of the things that you've seen or heard here. And as always, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you again next month.